Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. Wa sallallahu ala Sayyidina wa Nabiyyina Muhammadin wa alihi at-tahirin. So the discussion inshallah ta'ala we'll be doing tonight will be about the occultation of Imam Zaman Ajjalallahu ta'ala Faraju Sharif. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad. And what is my responsibility? What is my duty in this occultation, in this ghaiba? Am I responsible for something, to do something or no? So let's start the discussion from the topic intizar itself. When we see riwayat, especially from Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali. So I have chosen different riwayat. So the first riwayat says, Qala Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa alihi, Afdalul ibadah intizarul faraj. The best act of worship, the best of the ibadah. Okay, what are different ibadat? You offer salah, you are fasting, you go for a hajj, amar bil ma'roof, dahi anil munkar. These are ibadat. Amongst all these ibadat, afdalul ibadah intizarul faraj, that waiting for relief. Faraj, so in riwayat it is mentioned as well, it's the zuhur of Imam Zaman, that you are waiting for that. This is one. Now why I have highlighted ibadah, in the next hadith the word ibadah is replaced with a'mal. Afdalu a'mal li ummati intizarul faraj. The best of the deeds. Now here it is more explicit. It is explaining, okay, what is the expectation of Rasulullah from us. The best of the deeds is of my nation is intizarul faraj. Now the question comes here. The question is here, so when you do ibadah, ibadah is an action, is a passive position or is an active position? It's an active state or is a passive state? Do you do something or no, you're idle, you're not doing anything when it comes to ibadat? When it comes to amal, action, what does it mean? Action means that you do something. Unfortunately, when it comes to intizar, we feel we are not supposed to do anything. Rather, you are supposed to do a lot of things, which we'll discuss this here. So there is a hadith, Allama Majlisi has quoted, that one day Lady Fatima Zahra Salamullah alayha, said Salawat Muhammad wa Allahumma salli ala Muhammad, entered the cemetery of Uhud, and she was reciting Surah Fatiha on different qubur. So there is a person, his name is Abu Umar. He says, he's the Ravi, he's the narrator of this hadith. He says, I saw Lady Fatima, she was reciting Surah Fatiha on the qabr of Hazrat Hamza Salamullah alayhi. When she finished reciting Surah Fatiha, I went to Bibi Fatima Zahra Salamullah and I asked that, oh Bibi, that why Rasulullah didn't explain explicitly that after him Ali will be the Khalifa. Bibi said, weren't you there in Ghadir Khum? He said, I was there. So he explicitly explained and showed all the people there that for me, the Khalifa is Imam Ali. Man kuntu mawla fa aliyun mawla. So here Abu Umar says, so why don't you stand up for your haqq? Ali is quiet. Here is the reply. Bibi Fatima replied, Mathalul Imam, Mathalul Kaaba. That the example of the Imam is like that the example of Kaaba. إِذْ تُؤْتَى وَلَا تَأْتِي. That it is approached, it doesn't approach. For Hajj and Umrah, you are supposed to go to Kaaba. Kaaba will not come to you. For Khilafat, you have to go to Ali. Ali will not come to you. Now, you understood that concept. Now, Imam Zaman is the son of Ali ibn Abi Talib. For zuhur, we are supposed to go to to Imam Zaman alayhi salatu wasalam. He will not come for zuhur. Sorry. To explain it more, every day, almost every day, we are reciting this dua. Allahumma kulli waliyyaka al-hujjat ibn al-Hasan, and then we reach up to this particular excerpt. It says, hatta tuskinahu ardaka taw'a. What is the meaning of taw'a? So those who know Arabic, so that you may settle him in your land willingly. It is not Qur'an, it is not by force. When this earth land willingly want Imam Zaman to come, he will come. Otherwise he will not come. Normally we give this example to explain the ghaib of Imam Zaman. So there was a town, kids were playing football on a street, and every day they used to break the street light. So one day they broke the street light. So you have this municipality. So you go to the municipality and tell them that our kids have broken the street light. Can you please replace with a new one? You'll say, Samahani, we don't have funds. Now you're coming for the new one. By chance, if they replace that light, the next day they break another one. And you go there. Wallahi, they will not allow you to enter into the office even. Third day they break the light and they replace it. One after another they are breaking the street light and they are replacing. The same way Ummat did the same thing. One after the another, the nur which Allah sent down, they killed him. They killed each and every single Imam. So 11 nur were extinguished. One nur was remaining, and they wanted to kill that Imam as well. Allah took that Imam, Allah took that nur. I will send this nur until unless you are cultured, you are ready for that. Now, where is the problem? Problem is with the Imam or problem is with us? Problem is with us. We should be ready for the zuhur. Otherwise, he will not come. He will not come. Okay, the question comes here. Need versus desperation. There are two things. Okay, now I'll allow you to sit in different groups. The questions will come here. I'll allow you to sit in 5 different groups. In a group of 5 each. Please, in a round setting, and have a discussion on that. When it comes to Imam Zaman, Ajjalallahu Ta'ala Faraju Sharif, okay, what is more important? Need or the desperation? Which one is more important? Or if you're not sitting in a group, so the person who's next to you, have a discussion for a while, for seconds, and get the answer. Should we have a need towards Imam or should we have desperation towards Imam? Please have a discussion. Need is a lower level. When it comes to desperation, desperation is a higher level. Desperation is a higher level. When it comes to need, you can have different ways you can substitute. For example, hunger or to quench your thirst, for example, to quench your thirst, or you are hungry, okay? So you want to eat, there is a need that you should fill your stomach, okay? So this can be filled through cuckoo chips, through ugali. So there are different substitutes available. But when it comes to desperation, or I gave the medicine, you can see medicine there. So one formula is not available. What you will do? You'll go to a doctor, that the medicine what you have written, Panadol, is not available. So he'll give you another medicine. So the substitute is available. When it comes to need, substitutes are there. But when it comes to desperation, there is no other way. Now, regarding the zuhur of Imam Zaman, that we want Imam Zaman, is it our need or desperation? Is there any other way that you can sort out the things in this world? Answer is no, you cannot do that. I will come to this inshallah later. You cannot sort out things. This chaos will remain unless Imam comes. Okay, so the desperation is there. It is more than that. Now, the second question comes. Maulana, I was thinking that you will come and you will be explaining us about the alamat of the zuhur and this and the science of zuhur, everything. But what sort of discussion have you started? Another question comes here, knowledge of the Imam. Okay, what is his name? Science of zuhur, what will he do? All these things. You have ma'rifah. So knowledge of the Imam is ma'rifah, to know who is the Imam. Another is the desperation for the Imam. Which one is more important? Okay, when it comes to one or two, the first thing is the knowledge. If you don't have ma'rifah, you don't know about the Imam, the answer is you can't do anything. You have to have knowledge. But is it sufficient? Answer is, it is not sufficient. Knowledge is not sufficient. This water is there in front of me. I know the formula of this water. What is the formula? H2O. I know that it can quench my thirst. I know minerals, this, I know everything. But I'm not stretching hand towards this water. Why? Why? I'm not thirsty. I'm not thirsty. My desperation is not there towards this water. I know everything about my Imam, but I feel my world is going on without Imam and I'm okay. This is my problem. I don't think that there is a need actually. Mawla, without you, everything is going on. Everything is going on. If in the middle of the desert, someone tells you, and you are thirsty, that if you go, for example, right hand side, you will get water after 5 kilometers. Maybe there is a chance. Here I have yaqeen, the water is there in front of me, in the middle of the desert. If someone tells you, there is a chance to get some water, what will you do? Literally tell me, if you're thirsty. You'll say, leave it, I'm sleeping here. You know you will die without water. What will you do? What will you do? The probability is very low. You will run towards that direction. Why? The answer is this: you feel thirsty. You feel, if I don't get this, I will die. You have desperation towards this water. What about my Imam? My life is going on. When I wake up on Friday, Imam Zuhur is not there. I feel, everything is going well. Abdul Karim Kafash, he was one of those people who met with Imam Zaman. Imam Zaman used to come and meet with Abdul Karim Kafash. Kafash in Farsi, a cobbler. Kafash, cobbler. So one day Imam asked him, if I do not come to you, what will happen? He thought and said, yeah, Imam, I will die. If you do not come and meet with me once a week, I will die. Then Imam replied, that's why we are coming to you. What about us? The Holy Quran discusses this when it comes to ma'rifat. We can have a lot of lectures. So many lectures we are having. We know our Imam. We have the ma'rifat. But why the movement is not there? I'm not doing anything for my Imam. Where is the problem? The Holy Quran says this. When Hazrat Musa alayhi salatu, the Prophet Musa, he threw his staff, okay, the stick what he was having, and it converted into snake, okay. Then all the people over there, so there were some magicians, they did sajda, but others, they saw it's a miracle. Musa is a true messenger of Allah. They knew that, they had yaqeen, but still they denied. The Holy Quran says this, وَجَحَدُوا بِهَا, and they denied them. And they denied them, to deny miracles, وَاسْتَيْقَنَتْهَا أَنفُسُهُمْ, whereas in their hearts they were certain of them. They had certainty, they had the ma'rifat. They knew what he's doing. Zulman wa uluwa, there were two things. Number one was the injustice, number two was the pride they had. They felt, without Musa, we have our positions, everything is working fine. We don't need you, Musa. And Imam Sadiq alayhi salatu wasalam says that al-juhudu ala ma'rifatin, and this denial was with ma'rifah. They knew everything. That's why when Marhum Kulaini, he is writing in Usul Kafi, he is writing about Imamat. The very first chapter about Imamat in Usul Kafi, he writes the chapter of Al-Idhtirar ila al-Hujjah, desperation towards the Hujjat of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Why? Because if Izdirar is not there, it's useless. You will not go to Imam alayhi salatu wassalam. Izdirar should be there. Second question. Why don't I feel desperation for the Imam? Maulana, you said everything. I will go and sleep. And I can sleep well. And I don't feel there is a need. This question is there in front of you. Sit and have a discussion on this. That why don't I feel desperation? Why? What's the reason? Please have a discussion on that. Please. Why is this so? I'll give you 2 minutes on that. Have a discussion. Or am I feeling the same? Or am I feeling the only one who is there in this hall that I don't have desperation towards Imam? Or all of you feel, oh, we are desperate, Maulana, you have this problem. Please have a discussion that why don't I feel desperation for the Imam of our time?
Okay, Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Okay, for us here, we discussed that so as to know if do we have or do we feel desperation for the Imam or we do not. We get that after identifies the goals for the Imam or our need for the Imam, our desperation for the Imam, we have to know that Al-Imam Al-Hujjah, his goals when he come to our when he comes again or he come back according to the riwayah, Al-Imam sayamla al-ard qistan, justice, he brought for us justice and qistan wa adla, adlan sawa kama muliat dhulman wa jawr. So wherever, I mean, everyone just feels there are importance for this, for the eighth, or for us to there are importance for the world to have justice. Okay, so let me explain it in Swahili so as to be free.
Go ahead. You should feel comfortable. You should feel comfortable.
Okay. Let me explain in Swahili so as to be free. Okay. Tumeona kwamba kwa ajili ya kugundua sisi either tuna desperation for the Imam au hatuna desperation for the Imam, ni lazima tujue malengo ya al-Imam al-Hujja, lakini sisi pia tuelewe tunamhitaji vipi, tunataraji nini kwa al-Imam al-Hujja. Baada ya kujua hapo, utajua kwa nini hatufeel au je tuna feel desperation for the Imam. Kwa hivyo al-Imam tunaambiwa kwenye riwayat kwamba akidhihiri ataujaza ulimwengu uadilifu uadilifu kama ulivyojaa dhulma na ujeuri ama na ubepari kwa sasa, kwa maana ya sasa. Kwa hivyo kila mmoja wetu ana kichwani kwake kunapita kwamba anaona kuna ulazima wa dunia kuwa mahala pa amani, kuwe na amani lakini kuwe na uadilifu. Sawa, kila mmoja hapendi dhulma, anataka kuwe na justice katika dunia. Kwa hiyo tunaona kwenye kichwa cha kila mmoja kuna hii dhana. Kwa hivyo al-Imam yeye matarajio yake akija atajaza hivi vitu na ataondoa dhulma na ujeuri. Kwa hivyo kwa sisi tunaona tuna feel desperation, either huwa hatuna fahamu kwa sababu tunamuhitaji yeye al-Imam, tunamuhitaji na hakuna njia mbadala, kwa sababu yeye pekee ndio akidhihiri atakuja kuweka uadilifu kama kulivyojaa dhulma na ujeuri. Kwa hivyo nadhani kwa grupu letu, conclusion yetu kwamba actually watu wote wana feel desperation for the Imam, huenda tu wao wanatajahal au they don't feel desperation kwa sababu hawamjui, hawamtambui al-Imam na malengo yake.
So one thing what he is saying, because our goals are different. Okay? The goal of Imam is to fill this earth with justice. Okay. Personalities. We have 3 different personality. One personality what we are having, we want to show to others. I want to wear amama, I will walk like this, I'll be speaking, how are you? When I go home, I'm shouting. This is one personality I'm showing to the community. There is another personality, what do you think about me? Oh Maulana, you are so pious, you are muttaqi, I can offer but I know who am I. These are 2. The third one is the real me, which I don't know about myself. 3 different people. 1, I'm showing to others. 2, people think about me. 3rd is the real me. Do you know about yourself, the real me? Who is the one who knows himself? Raise his hand. I'll ask some questions. Is there anyone who knows about himself or herself? Real me, stand up. Will you go to Jannah or Jahannam currently, if you die? If you die now, are you going to Jahannam or Jannah? You don't know? Number 1. Allah knows. You don't know about yourself. Number 2, since you became baligh at the age of 15 or 14 or 13, in my eyes, because he's adil, the guna, the sins which you have performed, do you know all the sins which you have performed?
I remember some.
All? Is there anyone sitting in this room who can claim? You don't know about ourselves. Thank you. Who takes the decision? Who takes the decision? You will say the person who sometimes you have spontaneous decisions. Without any thinking, you take this decision. Should I give an example? Something comes on your mobile which you're not supposed to look. How many seconds does it take to remove your eyes? That is the real me. If I have some problem with the Mu'min brother and I have hatred, and I come to know about him, hey, something has happened, bad thing has happened to him, what do I feel inside of my heart? I feel happy, or I feel, no, he's my Mu'min brother. Although I have difference of opinion, what is the spontaneous reaction are you having? This is the real me. So I am not saying people hear whatever you said. So this is the real me what you're saying. But many a times we show to others I'm like that. But when I go outside and I see the car, oh BMW, I want to be there in that car. This is not the real me which you give the answer Ayatollah Khomeini or Ayatollah Khamenei. That is the real me. That is the real me. I'm showing to others like that. And with that, I want to be with Imam. Sorry, Imam, what is the expectation from Imam? Imam, I don't have a car with me. I have a small apartment. I want a big villa. Will you give me? Imam will say, Baba, if you want villa, you go to the west. I'm not for that purpose. What is the purpose? For adil, for justice, I will come. Do I have this goal in my life or not? Maulana, my goal is money, halal or haram. With this, I want to be with Imam. It will never happen. I will not have desperation towards my Imam. The goals are different. I am claiming, I am sitting here when I come to Falah. I learn, okay. But the real me is something else. The one who is taking the decision is something else. until and unless. So I will come to this, that how to be muflih, falah, the successful one in the Holy Quran. So we'll open the verses and we'll see. There are stages. I want to change the world. We are sitting here. It will never happen. It will never ever happen. Because I'm coming here every week, I'm sitting here. When I go back, I'm there in my world. I'm here to present. I go back, I forget everything. Why? Because I have not worked on myself. If I have not implemented religion on myself, on this 5 feet and 7 inches I'm having, I want to implement the religion on the whole community. It will never ever happen. Now open the Holy Quran. There is a 3-stage process which Allah is discussing about in the Holy Quran. Who is muflih? Who is the successful one? If we don't understand this, we cannot work. We cannot work. If I'm not working on myself, I want to change the whole world. Never ever. There were so many people at the time of Imam Hussain alayhi salatu wasalam. There were so many people. They were offering salah as well. They were fasting. They were reciting namaz and shab salatul layl. But still, they were not able to be with the Imam of their time. Why? Because if I conclude, you'll say, somebody sent a question to me and said that what should we do? So should we go for the training? Fighting? There was Habib ibn Mazahir. He was 70 plus. He was not able to fight actually. But these people were there. Should I go and earn money? There was John, who was a slave. Okay, what should I do? One thing which was common amongst all the companions of Imam Hussain was the detachment from this world. They were not attached with anything. They were detached. 3 things which will bring attachment to this world. Number 1, wealth. Number 2, power. Number 3, fame. These 3 things. These 3 things are the gods of materialism. If you are ready for that, this is the path. If you can detach yourself. Detachment, how to know, we can discuss. So what is the process? How to go about this? In the Holy Quran, Surah Ali Imran, verse 102, 103, 104. Please, I will give you 5 minutes. Write down what are the stages. Allah has mentioned at the end of the verse 104. He discusses that Ulaika humul muflihun. They are the successful ones, not anyone else. Surah Al Imran 102, 103, 104. Please find out. So one after the another, Allah is discussing this. Please. Sing. Ya ayyuhalladhina amanu ittaqullah haqqa tuqatih. Khub. The first step is taqwa. You have to work on yourself. If I'm not working on myself, if I am committing sins and sins and sins, I cannot be with Imam. I can't do anything. Well, I feel, I can do something. But someone will come and will offer you something. And you're gone. You're gone. You're gone. You have to work on yourself. Number 1, taqwa ilahi. Taqwa is to refrain from committing sins. That's very important. First stage. Yeah? Safety, yeah. It's a safety belt. Taqwa, the root word is waqaya, wiqaya. Wiqaya is to protect and safeguard from harm. So if I'm wearing this abba, okay, if there are thorns, what will I do? I will walk like this. Why? I have to protect myself. So taqwa is a state when something happens, so you are there, that this taqwa will protect you from committing sins. Sorry, this is a state. What?
Translation in English is not okay.
What is the translation?
Fear.
Fear is not the right translation. Fear Allah. Taqwa, that you do not commit sin. That's the root word. God consciousness. That's a good translation. God consciousness, number 1. Number 2. For Imam Zaman alayhi salatu wasalam, can I do something alone? Answer is, first level is this, that you should be ready. What's your good name? Your name? Khalid. Khalid is ready. Hadi is ready. Kamran is ready. Is it sufficient? I'm alone, I'm ready. It is not sufficient. You need to be united. You need to have collective efforts. So if you see, when Iran was alone, it was very difficult. Now they have a right hand and the left hand. There are resistant movements and you see the victories. You need to be on one platform or one page, all working towards the goal of Imam Zaman alayhi salatu wassalam. This is, what is the ayah? وَاعْتَصِمُوا بِحَبْلِ اللَّهِ جَمِيعًا وَلَا تَفَرَّقُوا. Hold unto the rope of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So, you should not be distributed because of some reasons. No. You should be one. So what, for Imam Zaman, you need to have collective efforts. So all of us, we are sitting here, it's a collective effort. One person can't do anything. So we have to work together. Now, when you have worked on yourself and you are collective, you are all together, the hearts are together, go outside. There it comes. Amar bil ma'roof ummatan. That why don't you have a nation who forbids from doing evil and enjoins good? So the first thing is this, I want to go for Amar bil ma'roof nahi anil munkar. So the two stages are not there. That we are not together, I have not worked on myself. You will not get the results. Then the Holy Quran says, Ulaika humul muflihun. Inshallah, if I'll get some chance, we'll have the discussion on that. How we take decisions. How we take decisions. Okay, I'm sitting here. That I want to be with Imam. I want to have the same cause of justice. But when I go outside, I'm taking something else. The decisions are something else. Why does it happen like this? Inshallah ta'ala, if we get some time in future, we'll have more discussions on this issue. If you have any questions, I'm there in front of you. You can ask. Otherwise, it's enough for tonight, inshallah ta'ala. Sallu ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad.
My question is regarding this ayah which is telling us to not die without to be Muslimun. Part of that, I would like to know is that you can be a Muslim, but maybe you are not the fellow of Ahlul Bayt. What is the going on?
Okay. وَلَا تَمُوتُنَّ وَأَنْتُمْ مُسْلِمُونَ. What is the meaning of Muslimun? The literal meaning of Muslim or Islam? Here, the meaning of Muslim is submissive. You submit to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. You die in that situation. That you are submissive. Oh Allah, whatever you say, Al-Islamu huwa taslim. Islam is nothing but submission. Ya Allah, whatever you say, I'm submitting to you. But many times what happens? That we pick and choose. When it comes to, for example, tabligh, I will do. When it comes to haram, I will think. Looking at na-mahram is a question. So these are some areas you cannot pick and choose. You are submissive, don't die, but you are in that state. That's what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is asking.
And the other question I would like regarding part of these people for Palestine. We know that only one country is helping them and the other people are against Palestine, like United Arab Emirates and other countries. And in this ayah, do we think they don't know what is the ayah which we have in Surah Al-Imran? So I would like maybe to give us some of clarification over here.
So why other Muslim countries they are not standing up for the oppressed people? See, Rasulullah for 40 years, he was amongst whom? With whom? With mushrikeen of Makkah, with the polytheists. He got two titles. What were these? As-Sadiq, Al-Amin, truthful and trustworthy. These were the two titles he got. But as soon as he said, he stood for haqq. And he said, Qulu la ilaha illallah tuflihu. Say la ilaha illallah and he rejected all the false gods and said that you will be successful. What happened? How many wars were imposed on him? Within 10 years in Medina, 80 wars were imposed on Rasulullah. Did they leave Rasulullah? Till his deathbed, they didn't leave him. So if you stand for haqq, you should be ready that the enemies of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, they will come to you. They will not leave you. Now, we have two different questions here. I say, Ya Rasulullah, what did you do? You did a wrong thing. That why did you stand up for haqq? Your path was not correct. You should have lived in that Medina or Makkah, wherever. You should have enjoyed. I'll say, sorry, he's Rasulullah. Or the other answer is this, Ya Rasulullah, you were okay, I'm not okay with you. I don't want to be on that path. If you stand for haqq, you have to give a lot of things. These people over there, they are the slaves of this dunya. They have attachments, that's what I said. Attachment. If they stand up, what will happen? Their power is gone. Their wealth is gone. Their fame is gone. Maybe their life is gone. They don't want to give this. They are the slaves. That's what Imam Hussain said. That An-nasu abidud dunya. That people are the slaves of this world. That's a problem. So if you want to stand up, get ready for that. That you will get hard time. But the reward is amazing. Reward is amazing. You have to give your life even. There's no problem. Those who are detached from this world, they can stand up. So many things. So Muslim ibn Aqil, how many people were there behind him? 18,000. Everyone ran away. Why? So the mother is coming and the daughter is coming, the wife, they are pulling them. They ran away. They left the representative Imam alone. Now the representative Imam is there. So what should we do? We should stand up. We should stand up. And here, one thing I'll tell you. In the Holy Quran, in Surah Zukhruf, if I remember, Allah discusses this about the Mu'min Ali Fir'aun. Mu'min Ali Fir'aun. So there are stages which Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has mentioned, that how the Fir'aun was killing the babies, and then he wanted to kill the leaders now. Fir'aun of our time is doing the same thing. Now he has started killing the leaders. What happened actually, you know this, that the last night what happened? That they killed Ismail Haniya. Okay, he's amongst the martyrs. Haniya, I saw it was written, Hani an laka, ya Haniya. Aja, Hani an laka. That you are amazing, that you are amongst the fortunate people. Hani an laka. That you are going to Jannah. So this person, Mu'min Ali Fir'aun, Allah says, وَقَالَ مُؤْمِنٌ رَجُلٌ مُؤْمِنٌ وَهُوَ يَكْتُمُ إِيمَانَهُ. Allah says that he was hiding his iman. Now when he feels that you want to kill Prophet Musa, he says that he is the one, he says, Rabbi Allah, my Lord is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And he has come with the proofs. You want to kill this person? Now at that moment, you cannot hide your iman. Some way you have to show. You have to show. One thing, what we expect from all of you, here in Africa, we need to propagate this message. If we are sleeping, you are gifted with the love of Ahlul Bayt. What about your African brothers? They don't know. On the day of judgment, all of us, we will be asked. And they will come and they will hold this shirt. And they'll say that you have not introduced Ahlul Bayt alayhi salatu wasalam to us. What were you doing? I was busy. I was busy. Wallahi, this is a gift which Allah has given to you and to us. And we will be asked on the day of judgment about this ni'mah. There is a huge responsibility. Even 1% are not the followers of Ahlul Bayt in this country, isn't it? You have a population of 70 million. The first thing what we are supposed to do in this country is to spread the message. Wahhabis are working hard, brothers. We need to work hard. We need to work hard. Now the things are changing. Things are changing. Become like Habib ibn Mazahir. When Habib ibn Mazahir comes to Imam Hussain, he brings 11 people to the army of Imam Hussain. Become like Habib. Imam needs people. So you have to work. First, you have to work on yourself. If you have not worked on yourself, you will not get the energy. You will not get the energy. The power is not there. If I bring a bulb, 1000 watt, amazing bulb, but the connection is not there. The connection with Allah should be there. You have to stand up for Salatul Layl. You have to stand up for Namaz Fajr. You have to be away from haram. Then this bulb will give light. Otherwise, we will listen to these lectures. We will go home, come back. First work on yourself. Then the energy is there. You must be feeling that when there is Mahi Ramadan, month of Ramadan, you have energy. Why? Because you have piety. You have taqwa. So, this is my answer.